You wrestled Sting in a singles match over there in All Japan.
Yeah, that was it was a good match. Sting came over there, was there for a week, you know.
Yeah.
And they had asked me to do a job for him. Bob had asked me to do a job for him. I said, no, I'm not doing a job. This is my place over here, you know. Well, you did one WCW over there, you know, you did some, they watch everything. You know, it came out of America, you know, the Japanese watch everything. And they saw me do some jobs for Sting, WCW, you know.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed working with Sting.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good guy to work with. And him and Lex, you know, I enjoyed working with those guys. But then I changed my mind. I said, all right, Bob, and then Bob is, you know, copped an attitude, I guess. He said, no, go ahead, you know.
Yeah.
You go over. So we gave it back to him at the end there. He let me land. So
Yeah.
it worked out good.
How about Mrs. Baba? What do you remember about Mrs. Baba?
Johnny Ace is her do boy.
Can you expand on that?
Johnny Ace had his nose up Mrs. Baba's butt the whole time. You know. Mrs. Baba was nice, but I just remember Johnny Ace. You mention her name, Johnny Ace comes to mind. For some reason. I mean, he was always running errands for her and stuff.
Funny, the next question on my list was about Johnny Ace.
Oh, you're kidding.
It's like a reminder here.
Yeah, Johnny Ace. Terrible worker. You know, but Baba gave him this push and stuff, and that's the reason I said he was kiss-ass Mrs. Baba, because that's the only way I could figure why Johnny was where he was in. I mean, the guy, I felt like couldn't even lock up. I mean, he's the only guy, and this is a scoop, guys. He's the only guy, he was my tag team partner for a while over there. Well, I'm having this match, I'm in there at the beginning of the match for like 15 minutes, you know. And Johnny was young, so I tried to cover up for him. And I tag him in, he throws the guy in the ropes, gives him an elbow, comes over and tags me. What are you doing, you jackass? I mean, you know, I'd already been in there 15 minutes. You do one move and you tag out. Yeah. So after the match, you know, and he'd been doing that stuff and it just buried himself. That made me look better. Yeah. So we had Joe was the referee, and he traveled with us on the bus. Joe Gucci, great guy, man. Bald-headed guy. You didn't get no shit to him. He'd hurt you. But I tell you some stories about that. Joe takes us. They had this deal where Giant Baba supposedly didn't speak English, you know. But I knew from Terry Funk and Harley Race that Baba understood English, you know. Yeah. So you had to speak to Joe, and Joe would translate, you know, to Baba. But I knew that Baba understood everything I was saying, you know. Yeah. So he gets me and Johnny after that match where Johnny did the quick tag, and he tells Johnny he can either go home or take a $500 a week cut and pay. Johnny took a $500 a week cut and pay, and he had to go out there before the matches and work with the young boys and stuff, and it tickled the shit out of me. I loved it. Me and Stan would laugh our ass off, you know. Wow. And yeah, that's about Johnny.
Isn't that like some kind of gimmick with the Japanese that they try and work everybody that can't speak English, but most of them can speak English?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that went on for years, but you know, I've been smartened up. And then towards the end of my career, and at the end there, you know, me and Baba spoke. Yeah.
Wow. Now, Stan Hansen, you talk a lot about him. What are your memories of teaming with Stan and wrestling Stan over there?
Stan was, what a machine, just nonstop. I mean, the guy never seemed like he ever got tired, and would just run you into the dirt with his cardiovascular shape. Wow. And he was stiff. Stan was stiff, man. He would kick you. He didn't give a shit. I mean, you know, him and Van Vader had a match over there.
When his eye came out or something?
Yeah. Me and Stan, but we had this special deal where him and Vader, it was Vader's. But anyway, you know, Stan Stan's excuse when he hit you like that, he couldn't see, he didn't see you, you know. So Stan just got a forearm right in the eye, and Stan did it on purpose. Yeah. You know, just to let Vader know. Because Vader just eat you up if he could. He was a bully. I put him in the same class, Van Vader and Adrian Madonna. Really? Yeah, being bullies and run over people. Wow. But Stan straightened him right up. You know, I knew it was coming too. I just knew it.
Did he ever try anything with you, or?
Never worked with Vader.
Oh, you never worked with Vader?
No. But Stan and I had held the belts over there. Me and Stan had a tag team match. Some of the greatest tag team matches were against Steve Williams, great worker, and Bam Bam, great worker, you know, before he got sick. We had this, you you know, I always had the tag team tournament right before Christmas every year. And, you know, it was a type deal that they wanted Doc and Bam Bam to go over in the tournament. But they had to beat us. It was a 30-minute match. And we came down to the final. We timed it just right where there was 2 seconds left before the bell rang.
Wow.
And everybody's in disbelief because everybody thought that me and Stan were going to win. These guys had to beat us to win. And they were counting down, and we had to finish time to where there was 2 seconds left. And it had people from other companies. How y'all do that?
Wow.
It was luck.
Well, it was luck, is that what you said?
It was like, no, he had a bunch of good workers.
Yeah.
You know, to do that.
Wow.
And we didn't cut down. We did the whole finish, you know. And it was like bam, bam, up, down, you know, back, forth, you know, who's going to win.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Do you remember, because you touched on it earlier, do you remember anybody that had words with you or anything, and they thought that you and Stan buried them?
Yeah, the Malenkos, Dean Malenko and Jody are still hot, me and Stan. You know, they still bring it up. Jody and Dean live down in Tampa, and I hadn't seen Jody in quite a couple of years, but he's rather pissed off about it. I mean, there was guys, I'd take care of the young guys, the young Americans. I mean, there was times that Mazawa and those guys, I mean, I had like, who was that guy? Sexy Rexy.
Rex King?
Rex King, he was my tag team partner, and they had him in the ring, and they just brutalized this kid, you know, wouldn't let him tag out and stuff. And I got in the ring, I threw him out, grabbed the chair, and just wore him out.
Wow.
And this was Tiger, guy wore the mask there for a while, Mazawa.
Okay.
Mazawa,
when he was doing
Mazawa
Tiger
and
Mask?
Kawada. That's who it was. Memory's gone, man, with my hair. They were, you know, taking advantage of the young guys, and Sexy Rexy, I mean, they were, and I, you know, they know better than that, but they would eat you up if you allowed them to. It makes me look bad.
Yeah.
So as soon as I could swing a chair best with the best of them, and I wore them out with a chair. Next day, Jumbo sticks his head in the door. He said, maybe Spidey son don't like Kawada and Mazawa. Maybe not, bastards.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because, you know, a lot of people have criticisms of Kawada specifically along those lines.
Kawada try and hurt you at times,
Yeah.
you know, but you just couldn't take no shit off of it, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't really like working with me, I don't think, you know.
Yeah.
He would, I mean, you know, he's a little bit of a jackass, I guess is a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
But he was a good worker.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.